Right, the next thing I want to try and teach her, and every dog is different, but I want to teach her to lay down to a hand signal, okay? And by using hand signals, she has to pay attention to me. So, now, most people, and what you would normally want to do, is just point to the ground and say, Bella, down, okay? So, but I want to move on from that, and I want to teach her that when I raise my hand in the air, that she lays down. So let's say you're walking along the Tarka trail, okay, you've got your new baby in the buggy, and off you go. You want to be able to blow the whistle. We're going to play the whistle game later. We want there to be nothing more important than when she hears this, that she comes to find you, okay? That it stops her on her tracks. So you're walking down the Tarka trail, she's running on ahead, you want to be able to blow that whistle. The whistle game is in 4 stages. You want to blow that whistle, you want her to come back 100 miles an hour. Oh, now there's a bike, there's a problem. So you need her to stop and lay down, okay? She's got to have a signal that she can see from a distance. So other trainers might do that as a distance drop. But if you think about that, the dog has got to see that movement. It's got to be looking at that as a moving signal. And then, I've just ordered that. Okay, and by the time you get from here to here, if you're all dressed in dark clothes and the dog is facing you, this will just disappear into your body. So my signal is this. Okay, now it's a very handy signal. The dog sees it from a distance against the skyline. We want her to learn. Turn round. Yes, she hears the whistle. Uh-oh, got to lay down. And then you give her wait. Then you can call her out of it, or you can say, I'm coming to you. Okay? So, she'll see it from a long way away. But also, when children are scared of a dog, and this is something that when your little one is a little bit older, is that you can work with. When children are scared of the dog, one of the first things they normally do is I'll go with both arms. Mummy, Mummy's scared of the dog. Okay? Now, was that the signal for the dog to do? Lay down. Okay? Or if they've got an ice cream, they're on the beach. No! That's the signal for the dog to lay down. Okay? So once you've taught the dog to do this, then with parents' permission, you can borrow children. You've got little children in your family. You can borrow them to work with her with children, so that she's not scared or worried about children. Now I know she's a lovely dog, okay, but a lot of the dogs I deal with have got issues and are scared of children. So we need to take that fear away from her. Now, we're going to see how we get on with this. Okay? So the reason I'm using a training mat is to teach her to drop at a distance. If you don't use a training mat to teach her, then what she's likely to do is carry on running and drop at your feet. We want to teach her to drop down over there. Okay? So we'll just see. This is the first time I've worked with Bella, so I don't know anything really about her. So I want to teach her to go down. Down! You're a clever girl. You're a clever puppy. So I'll get her up again. Down! Good girl! Clever girl. So this is the start of me teaching her to drop to a hand signal. So I'm raising my hand up a little bit. I point to the ground. I click and twitch. So I'm going to stop using the word down because she's very good already. So I get her up. I raise my hand. Now I was going to be quite gentle, but she's a very balanced dog, so she's all right. I would have to be very careful with dogs that are nervous. Some dogs have been abused and might think of this that they're going to get hit. Yes, it's a clever girl. Now actually what I'm going to do is could you just throw her over that bed? I'm going to use this, but yes please. I'm going to use that because I wouldn't normally, but she's going down quite quickly and I want to protect her elbows to make sure, because I suspect that when she learns to do this, she's going to do it quite quickly. I'm hoping, okay? So, I want her to think, oh yes! Okay, so I'm going to get her up. I want her to use her brain. I'm saying to her, now I'm ignoring her, I'm talking to you deliberately. I want her to think, how do I get that treat? What have I got to do? I want her to think, maybe I've got to lay down. Very, very often you will notice a nod of the head as she's thinking about it, okay? So I'm going to bring her down before she gets too impatient. Good girl! You're a clever she gets a bonus. So I've got chicken for her now, okay? So she had boiled sausage before, and now she gets a bonus treat. Okay, so it's a big jackpot treat. Good girl, clever girl. And you can actually, I can just tell people on this film that this is the first time I've actually worked with this dog. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to stand up, because down there is different to up here. And I'm going to step back because I don't want her to feel intimidated. Yes, good girl, clever girl. Well done. You're so clever. Well done. Thank you. So I'm stepping back. Down she goes. Good girl. So she's getting the bonus, she's getting the jackpot. Okay? Once she has learned this, she will do it for anybody that gives her this signal. And she will have learned this for life. So I'm deliberately ignoring her. Later on you can look at her. Yes, now she gets my attention. Okay. You're a clever girl. See that big brain of her? Wait. Thank you. Good girl. Thank you. Wait. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on quite quickly. So okay, keep filming. Because I'm just going to carry on here and show you where you go from. Wait. Okay, this is quite quick because we've only been here half an hour. Wait. Wait. Come! She's got to go right down. So she's got to work it out. She didn't go all the way down, okay? I'm being a bit harsh on her, really. So she doesn't go down, she's getting a bit confused, I bring her down. Yes, good girl! I could have easily clicked and treated there, really. I was being a bit too harsh. You're a clever girl. Wait. And come! So I'm ignoring her. See, as soon as I look away, she goes down. Good girl. So this is the start of teaching her to drop down at a distance. So eventually, come. Good girl. So eventually, you move the dog further back from the mat, and then so you practice it everywhere, out in the garden, on a long line out in the street. I'll explain all about doing that later. Okay. If you're using a long line, which I will in a minute, she's got to have a harness on. Okay, I'm not going to attach anything to her neck. Delicate necks. Okay. Her bones are probably hard now because she's coming towards 2, but I still won't risk attaching anything onto her neck. Okay. But definitely puppies never ever attach a long line onto a neck. Okay, I don't like collars anyway, leads on collars. So, but what you do is you move her further and further away from the mat and getting her to sit and wait, so you perfect it. So you get it good on the mat, then you move her away from the mat, and then gradually you move back from the mat. Now I'm rewarding that. I haven't asked her anything. I'm saying I like that. Okay. So eventually what you've got is you've got the mat, the person, the mat, and the dog. Okay? So the dog is in the sit or down wait. You're over here. As you call her, as she's approaching the mat, you raise your hands in the air. So she drops down on the mat. If you don't use the mat, she'll carry on running almost certainly and drop at your feet. We need to teach her that when I raise my hand, you drop down where you are. And the mat is the indicator. Okay? So eventually then you can do away with the mat. So what you want to be able to teach her is when I raise my hand in the air, you drop down where you are and wait. Until I say it's clear, and now you come on. You're always so clever. Come on then, my angel. Come on, my angel. Wait. Come. And she's preempting me. Yeah, good girl. Okay, so if she starts doing that too much, go back a step to the sit and the wait. So that's what we were doing earlier. So I'm going to show you. Get her up. And come. wait. Okay, so you go back a step, wait, wait. She wants to please me, okay? So all she wants to do is please me, isn't it? Wait. And then you start moving, step back again, wait, and go back to her. Wait. Okay, so you go back a step. Wait. No, darling. You're a sweetheart, aren't you? Wait. A step back. Okay? She just wants to please me. She's just being so good. Okay, so now we're going to move on.